Hey guys, welcome back. As you know, today is a Friday, which means we won't be here tomorrow. But it's a special person's birthday tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Who's that then? I'm kidding.
It's
our
the awesome director of this show. The person who gives the show direction.
Hey, Whistle Okperi.
Ayola. Okpere. Yes.
One of his Aleku.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Whistle. We love you sometimes.
He doesn't drink, but we have to drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
So bring the money for the drink. Alrighty.
All right.
Okay.
How old is he today?
Old enough to know better.
We hope.
Than some of the stuff that he does. Whistle?
Yeah, that he does now.
Change your ways.
Whistle? No, just play.
So it's time now for our top 5.
It is.
And we have a list of top 5 social media funny people.
Really?
From Nigeria.
From Nigeria. No. Nigeria and stateside. So we kind of blended them together.
Sort of.
So at number 5, I haven't seen any of this person's videos, actually myself.
Well, it's an account.
Oh, it's an account.
On that
Instagram?
usually is retweeted or regrammed a lot on Instagram. And it's called Funny African Vids.
Okay.
And they are, or whoever is behind the account is so very funny. The videos are just 15 seconds of laughing your head off, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a very good one.
4.
Number
4 is like an honorable mention for Bizzle O.
Is it an honorable mention?
Yeah, we
is
should.
It 4 or not?
No, it's not 4. Sorry, it's an honorable mention.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Honorable mention for Bizzle O,
Yeah.
who tends to tweet and post funny things, clips, and
he likes memes a lot.
Yeah.
I don't say I can get inside the country.
Okay, so the real number 4 is
Don't Jealous Me.
Don't.
Do you know who Don't Jealous Me
Jealous.
is?
Yes, I do.
DJ M?
Me.
yes.
T-Boy, a guy from London who literally started, his comedy life on Twitter and Facebook, and then started getting recognized.
YouTube, Facebook,
Facebook.
And started getting recognized for this, and now he's hosting shows and stuff. It's crazy how
Pretty cool.
literally he's now got a career in comedy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Number 3 is Oluwa Kaponeski.
Yes, all the way from the States.
All the way from the States.
Who is, he was in uni, not the Marines, he was...
Army?
Yes, in the army. And he is hilarious. He has like these skits of him pretending to be typical Nigerian women. And he gets it so right. Like he has a rapper that he's always shifting it and moving it, and it's hilarious. He does, yes, he does that a lot too. Yeah.
Okay, at number 2 is NG.
Who I still haven't watched any of her videos.
She's really funny. And you know what? It's funny because what's funny is like sometimes it's not necessarily, oh, hey, I'm here to make a joke. It's normal stuff that she has just observed. But it's just so funny because everybody can sort of relate to it. So, and she actually has a YouTube channel. And it's NG, and she's
NG
Nigerian.
show?
Yes, the NG shows, and she's actually Nigerian. And at number 1,
is another guy that we love.
Yes, he's a very funny somebody.
Yes.
On Instagram, he posts 15-second videos, and he's
K10
Vids.
Who went away, left us alone for a couple of weeks,
and then came
back into our lives.
Hallelujah.
With a great video, might I add. He's just, and it's weird because when I just see Korea and communicate with him, there was a time when he was in the background somewhere and he was talking. And I was like, that's K, like that's K10. Like he is the character.
Yeah.
You should listen to Falls' album. He has a skit there.
Oh.
Hilarious one, yeah.
That's good. We gotta check that out. Oh yes.
And
anytime you need a laugh.
You should also mention, well, I guess honorable mention, but I figured she would be on the top 10. It's Chigo.
Of course.
I think Chigo is hilarious.
Chigo, she's too big for this list,
She should be on the top 5. No, but she's on social media.
I know, but she's too big for this list. She needs her own
Instagram.
Yes.
She did the alphabets thing that was insane.
Insane. Okay, it's time for us to get to get our guest in the house. And our guest today is an entrepreneur. and he actually runs a mobile money system called Paga. Please welcome Tayo Oviosu.
Just Paga it.
Just Paga it.
Paga.
Hey guys,
Hi.
how
What's
are
up?
you?
What's up?
How you doing?
You're welcome.
Welcome
Nice to see
to. Hi Tayo.
Our spot.
How are you?
Yeah. Excited to be here. Very well, thank you.
Yay.
Oh, wow, you
Have a
moved me.
seat.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
How goes it?
It's going very well.
Is it?
Yeah.
How goes Paga?
I'm glad to be here.
Oh.
This is the only show I watch in Nigeria.
Yay! Did you bring presents?
No.
Please leave.
I'll Paga it. Just Paga it.
Really?
Look at that
all I
plug.
need is your phone number.
No, that was a good plug. Well, speaking of pagaing it, how is that going? I mean, how is it going?
Paga is going very well.
Can you explain to people, just in
what
case they don't
Paga
know
is?
what Paga is, because we're all over Africa?
Definitely. So Paga is the #1 mobile payment service here in Nigeria. It's an indigenous company and started by a group of young Nigerians. And is the fastest growing mobile payment service in Africa at the moment. We have, every minute we do about 15 transactions.
Okay.
Paga allows you to send money to anyone with a mobile phone number, to any bank account, or to pay for a variety of goods and services. So you can walk into Bogobiri and pay for a restaurant and pay for your meal. You can go online and pay for multi-choice, for GoTV, Star Times, buy your internet, etc. But it's a good way to send money between people, which is what a lot of people are using it for. So I need to get you guys on Paga.
I'm on Paga, actually.
Oh, you're on Paga.
Yes,
That's
I
right.
am.
Do you find that people have been receptive of it? Because I know Nigerians were not very, very receptive
to
of
the whole-
mobile money.
You know, I actually always say in the office, I don't know what mobile money means, right? So I also, the term is something that also gets me. But what we found is that once people start using it, they realize the simplicity and they latch onto it, whether they're banked or not banked, whether they're business, because we also have services for businesses. And so we have a network of agents across Nigeria, about 5,000 of them in 31 states. And you can go to any of the agents and give them cash to do whatever transaction you want to do. So a lot of our transactions are done that way. But we also have a lot of people who have learned how to use it on their own. Yours truly.
Yep.
And use it quite often. So I think the reception is there, and I think it's only growing from what we've seen. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break now. When we come back, our topic of the day will be coming right up. We're talking the African way. Stay with us.
Welcome to the spot, and it's time for us to reveal our topic of the day.
Was it a secret? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
You really just
But you know
interrupted.
she's very rude.
She is rude, guys.
No, do you know?
Anyway.
Because I already revealed it though.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
So how? No, but
Oh, just stop. For once, just stop. Anyway, join us on Facebook, Twitter, and also via email with your comments. You can also check out our episodes on YouTube via youtube.com/EbonyLifeTV. And the topic is the African way.
Yay.
Yay!
Why are you so excited?
What is the African way?
There we
Exactly.
go. That's what we're trying to
Tell
find
us.
out.
That's the kind of guest we like. The
What is the
African
African
way is pretty much what describes how we as Africans respond to things, how we live our lives.
we
We're
do
very
things.
conservative. We're quite hypocritical. There's this sense of community that we have, and we're traditional and close, and that is what we use to apply to everything in terms of working, relationships, raising, personalities, raising children.
Yeah.
So that is it.
Yeah.
But
what do you think the African way is? Like, how would you describe the African way?
No, I mean, I think those descriptions make sense to me. I think there's definitely about being very communal, sharing, very open. We love to dance, love to party, love to crack a good joke. But you know, I think these things are also changing, right? Because I think, especially when you think about the traditions, and sort of, it's, you know, I guess I'm going through an experience now where I'm getting married and
Congratulations!
I'm going through, thank you. And I'm going through a whole conversation about traditional or no traditional.
Oh, okay.
You have to have ashwabi. I mean, you know, my family had to go to Calabar to do the, you know, the introduction and all that kind of stuff. And you're thinking to yourself, man, this is not going to be there when my kids are, you know, like it's just those things are going to change because I don't think everyone holds on, as we're growing up, we're not holding on to those same traditions.
True.
But I do think there's some things that are, so aside from the traditional aspects that are more general across the continent that people will continue to hold on, that make Africans a bit different, I think, from the rest of the continent. How do you think about it? Like,
I mean, you know, I've never actually had a guest go, oh, ethical. What do you think about it? It's interesting.
Speechless.
Yeah. No, I mean, no, I'm not. I actually do agree.
Answer.
I agree. I think that we're a very sort of communal thing. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, because a lot of times we can also get too much into somebody else's business. We like to poke our noses sometimes where it doesn't belong. But I think that's what makes us us, you know. For everything that we do, there's a good side and there's a bad side. So for the warm sort of, oh, yes, let's all do something together, it's really great when it's something good. But sometimes, I mean, there's times when we all just kind of want to be left alone and have our own space, but people will crowd you. But that's just because they just feel like it's the African way to gather around somebody when they're going through something, but you just want to be left alone. So there's the, you know, we've got the pluses and the minuses.
I was even going to say, is there really, just take things like, is there really an African way, really, if you're going to look at it? Because I feel like, I mean, we haven't talked about it here a lot, where we think a lot of the way West Africans and mostly Nigerians act, it's completely different for the way an East African relates to things, and even Southern Africans. So communalism, yes, you can put that in, but then there's also, you can also make an argument for the fact that it's also a human thing. Asians are also very communal, you know what I mean?
That's true.
With Africa,
That's true.
I don't want to be controversial, but besides mostly the skin color, how many similarities are there really?
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
I see what you mean.
I think in pockets there's similarities, right? So I think you can go on the western side of the continent and say, you know, Nigerians, Ghanaians, we're not that far, or not that far apart, as much as we joke with each other. But same thing on the Eastern Bloc. You can sort of see some similarities in sort of how they carry themselves, how they relate. You know, I think, you know, so when you meet a Rwandan, as an example, like
Muraho,
compared to an Ethiopian, not very far off in demeanor and how they sort of approach life, you know, Kenyans, etc. So I think there may be some pockets of similarities that go back to maybe like when people migrated.
Yeah, I agree with you, because I mean, I'm one of those who don't believe in a lot of the lines that were drawn by colonialists and everything. So I feel like countries are countries because of the Europeans. But yeah, there's
why Nigeria is a country is another.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing.
In fact, that is definitely true. But you mentioned, you know, some places are, apart from certain the only similarity we might actually have, apart from, you know, is kind of skin color. Do you think, and I'm not trying to be controversial here, like for example, countries that have, SA, you know, you have black people, you've got white people, and then you have the third, which I hate to say, but colored, you know. And do you think that, I think we've all been, have you been to South Africa? So we've all been to South Africa. Have you observed that do you feel like it's different, that there's pockets where you feel like this is not very African, like my country African?
That's what I was going to say, because even within Africa, some countries are more liberal than others. There are a lot of things that are acceptable, in Southern Africa that we would never think of doing here. Dressing, hairstyles, lifestyles. Most of West Africa is still very closed up about things like that. Even in the East, certain countries accept certain things. Uganda is extreme on certain things. Some other countries in the East are kind of okay. I don't know whether it's the modern life that is sort of influencing it, but I mean, there's a difference in a lot of thinking these days. So it's really hard to put a block on the entire continent. But like you said, there are pockets. And like I was trying to say earlier, the colonialists drew lines that shouldn't be there. I mean, you have Yorubas in Benin Republic, you have Hausas in Cameroon, you have Hausas in Niger, but there's a line dividing everybody, so it's like, you know.
Wow, okay. Ebuka showing us why he's the smart one in the house, the second smart one. Well, we're going to go on a break.
Who's the first one?
Zainab, of course. Duh. We're going to go on a break. When we come back, we've still got Tayo in the house, and we'll still be talking about the African way. Please stay tuned.
Welcome back to the spot, and we're still talking about the African way. Now, what I want to touch on is, you know, some of the traditions that have formed out of the African way and living life, you know, in that way. For instance, for a woman or even for guys, it's, your parents don't really tend to want you to move out of the house too early, or they want, you know, somebody to come and take you out of the house into theirs. How do you think have you had to personally deal with any of those traditions that come with it? Or like you said, most of us we've been outside, so we've been influenced. Do you find yourself tugging with the way that you've learned over there and the way that you now have to have here?
Yeah, I struggled with that for a long time, right?
Still struggling probably.
I think I still struggle with it a little bit. Because I left Nigeria for the US when I was 16, and I was gone for a couple years before my mom came to visit me properly, right? Oh. And so from her perspective, you're still in the house. And I'm like, you know, I've been living by myself for 2 years, you know, like I can, you know, and so it caused a lot of friction. And I think, so that's definitely still one. I think it's actually taken her quite a while to really adjust. Say that her son's grown up, right? But so I think that's definitely, I've seen that cause friction in my life. But I think it's definitely a big point generally. And I think there may be other parts of the world that are like this as well, but definitely unlike the West,
yes, definitely.
Where very much, you know, kids grow up at home, stay at home until you're married. Frank,
especially women.
Especially women, yes. Especially women, yeah.
How dare you move out?
Moving out is what?
You want them to run away from you.
Then talk less of like living in with your boyfriend.
Oh no, don't even.
Which happens there, what can happen exactly?
Yeah, you can't do that. No.
Or you do it on the quiet.
But you can't, because this is you know what else is the African way? Yeah. Unannounced visits. That's what's the African way. That's how you just be. You be like, oh, let's do breakfast in bed, baby. Next thing, Lamide. Where's he gonna hide at like 9 o'clock on Saturday morning?
At least
there's no.
My mom is
she probably has a key somewhere.
My mom showed up and she had to here in Lagos. So she had to go out the back door. So when my mom showed up, that was not funny.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
No call, nothing. Just knock on the door, and I'm like, okay.
That is hilarious.
Wow, that's actually crazy.
Okay, I think I definitely agree. It's taking a lot to get used to it. Because at times I'm just like, what is this African way thing? It's not, can't we just live? Like it's not, I just feel like there are so many constraints. And the only way you can get out of it is once you've...
One thing I probably think is also is sub-Saharan Africa. I'm not very versed with Northern Africa. Is the whole, I won't call it ageism. Let me just call it ageism.
Yeah.
Elders
better.
Have to respect them. Yeah. Their word is law. Yeah. They know better. They're more experienced. Whatever they say is right, sort of thing. Sometimes it's just 2 years, 3 years older than you.
Do you think that's going to change?
I don't know that it will. It will change because I think even we, this generation, exhibited a bit. Maybe not as forcefully as our parents did, but we still have that. Come on, I have been through life. Sort of you can't be 32 and have a boss who's 25. Come on, who is he? You know, sort of thing. Yeah. Age is more important than anything else.
This is something that in my business, like in our office, we try to really stress that we're anti. Yeah. Right. That it's not about your.
Yeah. A lot of new companies are trying to do.
So everybody talks to each other about like what first name basis, that kind of stuff.
First name basis.
No,
I mean, it's taken a lot of people, you know, to be able to call me by Tayo. Like it's been tough.
I think it was a lot of when the banking consolidation thing happened. Under Soludo, I think. That's when it kind of started. New generation banks actually de-emphasized it. Yeah. Most people they would ask you to call them by name. A lot of bankers still struggled with it at the time and would just rather do the SAR. And they kept, you know, because my brother mentioned it then. Yeah. It was so new for them to make that switch. Yeah. So, like you said, I think a lot of younger companies now are.
Yeah, no, or like what you say ends up being like gospel. And you're like, wait a second.
You can actually say, no, that doesn't work. You know, you can challenge authority. Okay, well, how about when the African way is like works for your benefit? Because I'll say maybe I just didn't know any different, because when I was here till I think I was 11 or 12, I just did JS 1 to 3 here, and I left after that. And the African way, when we talk about academics and studying and being smart, is very important for you to be smart and also be behave well. You know how that whole, you know whose child you are, you know. So then you go, you know, I went to the UK. I wasn't with my parents. It was just my sister and I, and you know, we were with family. But that thing was always in my head. And with all my African, with all my African, you know, schoolmates, everybody knew you had to get good grades. You couldn't be seen with a boyfriend in someone's stairwell, like that kind of thing. So that, no, it's true. It's true, because the stairwell, you know, it's dark. You just be like, yeah. But you couldn't do that, because then that got you a ticket back home. So that was instilled in me, I felt, you know, and I feel like it's something that really does still go with people when they travel abroad and go to school. They have that need to excel, because that's the African way, you know?
And I guess that's a positive, eh?
Yeah, that's a good benefit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because then you, no matter where it is you are, anywhere you're dropped, you know how to respect yourself. And
respect yourself.
Because then you become that girl that, or that guy that parents aren't afraid to have their kids associate with. Then it's fine for you to sleep over at that person's house or whatever, and you know, you go to a working environment, and but there's a thin line, because then, you know, you could have somebody literally just walk over you because you're, you know, you know how to respect yourself, and you toe the line as you've been told to from home.
Okay, it's time for another quick break. Tayo is still going to be in the house talking the African way when we come back. So please join us then. Welcome back to the spot, guys. Remember, you can join the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, and via email. We also have a page on YouTube for you, youtube.com/EbonyLifeTV, for you to see some nice clips from the show. Now it's a Friday, and of course, we usually have Uzo. She was something nice from her lab.
From her food lab.
From her food lab. So let's see what she has for us today.
All right.
Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Friday Food. My name is Uzo, and I'm coming to you from my food lab. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put together a mini dessert station using some of our indigenous ingredients. The weekends are a time to splurge. Why stick with boring vanilla ice cream when you can add a few very interesting toppings and be the conversation point with all your friends? So what you need would be a handy ice cream scoop. I'm very finicky about the ice cream scoop because it makes the ice cream look presentable. But you need plain vanilla ice cream or plain chocolate ice cream. You need plain flavors so that you can really get the additional taste of whatever it is you're introducing into the ice cream. I've got here some chin chin that I put into a Ziploc bag and used a rolling pin to smash. So what I have here is a combination of crumbs that are very fine and chunky bits for texture. I've got cereal. I borrowed some cereal from my son, but feel free to add any kind of cereal that you have lying around. You can even add bran flakes. I mean, you can fool yourself into thinking you're introducing a healthy component into this dessert. And then toasted flaked coconut, the local stuff, nothing very interesting. A tub of this sells for about 200 naira, so I have some of this in here. And to finish up, for anybody that's interested, sprinkles go with everything. So I'm just going to show you how to put everything together. Sometimes food gets really interesting if you use fun flatware or cups. So I've got one of these. They look like those old school malt shop glasses, and I was very happy when I stumbled upon them for less than 300 naira in a shop in Lagos. Add a scoop of your ice cream. We're going to do 1.5, so we still have space to put some things in. There we go. And then using the spoon, and you can let your friends, the reason why you have this as a dessert station is you can actually just set the accompaniments out and keep your ice cream in the freezer. Anytime you have the latecomers that come in, just point them in the direction of the freezer, and then they can assemble their own ice cream sundae of sorts. So I'm adding some of the flaked toasted coconut first, and then some of the cereal, and finally some of the chin chin. Okay, and then to top it up, some colorful sprinkles, because sprinkles make everything better. Nice and pretty. there you have it, a wonderful treat for the weekend. An ice cream sundae my way using local toppings. Until the next time I come your way again, my name is Uzo. Have a wonderful, sweet weekend.
Ice cream sundae.
I actually tried that and it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love the coconut flake. You guys are looking really tense right now.
We're listening to you.
My goodness. Coconut flakes, chin-chin and cereal. Whew. If you use Cheerios, it's delicious.
Social media roundup, please.
It's time for social media roundup, and that's where we kind of get, you know, our tweets and emails and Facebook messages, and we just kind of talk about them. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right.
Okay, so here's one from Zelda. So she says, I wish the spOt loft was closed so I could pay visits to Ebuka, Lamide and Zainab when I'm not running shifts in the clinic. Aww. Thanks, Zelda. Well,
Stay
you can
safe,
catch
Zelda.
us on. Yes, please stay safe.
I used to wish that, but then my wish came through. So, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you're here.
That's true. And
Zelda.
thank you, Zelda.
Thank you, Zelda.
Okay, she also said, this is a funny one. She also said, it's funny how, I don't see this, it's funny how Ebuka now uses all Lamide's gestures and mouth sounds, LOL. That's not even, I don't really see it
I don't
well,
really see
actually.
it. He has his own like personal gestures where he's just like,
Zelda, I take my thank you back.
as you can
But
see.
wait, it's not that
You know when you
bad.
spend enough time with someone,
It's like,
Yeah, we all do things that each other does, kind of, sort of. Okay, so Neka, at Neka Onwuka said, the spOt, Ebuka is such a cool guys. I really like the I really like the connection between you guys, Lamide, Zainab, much love. Thank you,
love,
Neka. You're a cool guys, just you. You're like
Multiple,
than one cool guys.
That's that good.
Double.
I always wonder how you can handle the two.
With much prayer and
tries.
supplication to the Lord, I tell you that. And then El Chelsea Way, at Chelsea FBC. You're a Chelsea fan. I will read this grudgingly.
Why?
Because
Everybody
Chelsea's
just
so
read it.
tired. Don't do it.
Oh,
Don't do it, because I still kick you out this
I thought we
house.
were friends.
No, not really.
Just a thought.
He sends a belated congratulations to EbonyLifeTv and says, I enjoy watching your programs, especially the spOt. I'm sure there will be many more years of great work ahead. Thank you to
very
El
much.
Chelsea Way.
And Chelsea shall win this season.
No, they shall not.
You're going down.
Well,
You're going to carry fifth.
it was really good to have
Manchester
you here,
United.
Very good.
Oh, you're Manchester United?
Heck no.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you're
Dirty
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
I could just...
The Gunners
This is what
in
she
the
did. She said Arsenal. She
building.
knows.
Yeah.
He said Arsenal.
Hey, I want to do something else with my fingers, but it's going to be really rude. So I want you to know that this is what I'm doing. Two of them, they're up.
Yeah, Arsenal.
So,
Anyway, that's our social media roundup.
roundup.
As it should be, all the crew members who are supporters of the best team ever,
Man
Arsenal.
United.
Chelsea.
Arsenal
Man
are
United.
raising up their hands.
Can I-
Raising up their hands in glee.
Can I ask something?
No, you
Best
cannot
club
ask
ever.
a thing.
Why? What have you done?
You know what, Ebuka? I'm
This is
actually
what you start
tired of
stammering.
this.
What-
No,
what
I'm not
trophy in 9
stammering.
years?
Yeah, best club ever. You just
years?
carry
I
tag
feel
and
like,
boots.
no, everybody feels like
wait,
their club is the
please
best
be
club
calm.
ever. And mine,
but it's
I
not a
feel, is the
feeling.
best
You
club
have to back
ever.
this
No, it's
up
not a
with
feeling.
facts.
It's not a feeling. Chelsea's the only team
Chineke.
that has beaten
Okay, oh yeah, see, talk.
all teams. Period. Why are you laughing?
Because you guys are just hilarious.
Delusional.
What do you mean delusional?
Well, there are two Man U
You're
fans in this
delusional.
house, so
All
we
right, talk
roll.
is cheap.
You
So what are we
don't
putting
rule.
on it? And we put it on Paga this time. So
Oh.
whatever the bet is,
Well,
Paga it.
how much I get to wire to me?
I'm
To
on- I can-
Paga to me.
I'll Paga to you.
Remember
How
that
much
he's
do you
got a
want to
wedding
bet?
coming up. You know, expenses are high.
No, the league is ending in May. It's fine. He would have made his money back.
Okay.
Okay, right, we're going to take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back, guys. You're still watching the spOt, and we haven't yet settled how much we're going to park at this Premiership bet, but we shall
We
do
have to
that.
settle it, though.
We shall settle
Yes.
this because
Offline.
Arsenal is not going to be anything
You,
below
I don't understand how it's not inside the conversation.
this.
Okay, we have a
season.
sweet spot.
Premiership, you're talking.
We have a...
Don't understand.
Okay, there's
You don't
something
need to
that we
speak
like
to the
to
enemy.
do.
We have a sweet spot.
Who's we? I am the one that
what's
has
the
a
sweet
sweet spot.
spot?
A sweet spot
have
is
a sweet
something.
spot.
A sweet spot is something that, which I say, makes your heart smile. It's the opposite of a pet peeve.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm a bit of a techie person.
Yep.
So my sweet spot today is playing with and discovering and playing with new apps and new gadgets.
Okay.
I can literally sit down and unbox something and just play with it for hours, and then I won't know where the time has gone, or finding a new app and then using it and practicing
What's the
with
latest
it.
app you found?
It's one called Pardon? Oh no. Kim Kardashian's game?
Yeah,
Anybody got time for that? I'm not a nothing. Not at all. That one, see, I was actually saying to somebody the other day, I'm more of a word game or puzzles person than like a Candy Crush or a Kim K game.
I got the latest Candy Crush.
Oh, you read?
Yeah, I gotta confess.
I don't understand the Candy Crush thing. I don't get it.
Please tell your Candy Crushers to leave me alone on Facebook. I get like 800
Can I say that
every day.
I've never played
Please
Candy
tell them to
Crush.
stop. I don't want to crush on any
I've never.
You know which one was the
Honestly.
bad? You remember when there was Farm Life,
No, but that was
Farm.
Okay.
You were there
I had
to
my
that.
own.
I didn't quite go to farm.
My own
I saw people
farm.
playing.
It
but I was
felt
like,
good to know that I was like
could create a
raising.
farm.
You had a
know,
farm?
These children, and the farm was doing good, and we were making money off of our. You know, it felt good.
There was another one, I never knew the name, where you actually own a restaurant. And you would cook and make, like you had to
On
serve.
Facebook?
No, it
Or
was,
a game
it was
game?
I think it was on the Android app. I can't remember what it was now. I know a friend of mine who actually ended up spending almost 18,000 naira on just buying things because she had like, oh, my restaurant, they're hungry. She has to buy. She now runs like
That's right,
at 3 a.m.
microwave
she's
and stuff.
buying them, buy things. She'll spend like $50. I'm like, you are going.
These things are.
She said, my kitchen is empty. My food burnt. I'm like,
seriously addictive.
No.
I love my
The
apps,
Sims,
I
though.
swear.
The Sims
Wait, so you
is
were going to
like
tell
my
us which app
addiction.
you're?
Okay, I've the most recent apps that I've downloaded are BBM on my Windows phone.
Oh, welcome.
On the Windows
okay.
phone?
On the Windows phone.
Yeah, it's a welcome.
And there's another one called Listopia.
Listopia.
Yeah, it's sort of it's really smart way to do lists.
Okay.
Like a to-do list, any kind of list, and the way you tap and make sure that your list is sort of completed. It's not just a tick. You can do it part way or whatever. It's great. It's just very interesting. I don't know. I like it.
For that, right?
Pardon?
You could just use notes for that.
No, it's different.
No, but the Windows.
It's different though. The way you
Lumia.
complete the list is different. It has a way. It goes like halfway, quarter way. If you've done just part of the.
Can you tie it into a calendar item? Or?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know. It's just one of my. I have lots of apps though. Gosh.
So I just downloaded one called Over. And for you photo enthusiasts, it allows you to take a picture and edit it very quickly, put words, etc. and post. And
nice.
post
I need
Is that an Android and iOS or
on Android, but I think it's on iOS as well.
Oh,
I'm not sure if it's on Windows.
OVER.
OVER, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It's 99 cents on the Android.
Oh, it's not free.
It's not free.
Ah, okay. We
These
like
are the
free
things I
things, don't we?
have.
Don't we? We love free things.
I'll be collecting my money.
Well, what's your sweet spot? Do you have any sweet spots?
Oh, wow.
Anything.
Sweet spot. Rollerblading.
Oh, really?
I would never have thought.
Never.
Do you rollerblade in Lagos?
I have done it a few times. It is
Where?
not easy.
Are you one of those people that literally come between the cars?
No, I don't.
Can you see Tayo going between the cars
No, I've
in
seen some
Lagos?
guys going between the cars. I'm just like, my goodness.
Yeah.
No, so I do bar beach.
Okay, on the walkway.
Do you pretend like
walkway,
you're
yeah.
in Miami or something?
Yeah.
There's no water
There are
there
a few
anymore.
places
There's
I
Equa
pretend.
Atlantic.
Yeah, the water is gone now. It's all sand, eh? So I do bar beach, and then I've done Lekki once, but it's painful. It depends on where
Because
you
of
are.
the
Yeah, the
it's
cobblestones,
interlocked.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. I like
So,
that.
What about the
but
bridge?
I wish
You
I
should
did
try
that
the
more.
bridge.
Actually, the bridge would be great. I haven't done
It's
the bridge
it's such a
yet.
climb.
Yes.
So it will be tedious.
It would be a tough hike up.
But that would be that's a
actually
good
I'll do
workout,
that.
isn't
I'll do
it?
that this weekend. That's a good one. Yeah. I do the bridge running, but yeah,
Oh, okay. So you're part of the fit fam.
trying to be.
Skating, blading, I was never really great
Yeah.
at
Never
it.
into that, yeah.
I think it's fun, but I'm not
Skating
that
was.
great at
Do you
it.
ice skate?
I've
that
only
one
done it
just-
once. I've never really, yeah.
I love ice skating.
The thing about
Can't
ice
do
skate, like
trick
I can skate. I prefer the regular wooden rings because I've seen someone like the tip of their finger get sliced off
Oh wow.
and ice skating.
Those things are really sharp.
They're really sharp. So I'm like, yeah, I want to keep all my digits because I know I'm going to be falling a lot. You know,
Wait, see,
When you
it's a good
fall, you're
first date,
supposed
though.
to fall on
It
your
is a good
hands.
first date because you get all
That's what my
touchy.
brother said. He said, Tayo, the first date, take her out ice skating. I never really pulled on it, but I've really worked for him.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so it looks like it's time for us to go ahead and say goodbye. But thank you so much to Tayo for joining us.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Really
Thanks for
enjoyed
being
it.
here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come
Yeah.
back. Well,
And
we'll
time to
see
pack
you
up.
guys.
Would love to come back. Wait, how much are we pagaing for the bet?
Wait first, wait.
Well,
Okay.
We're
She
gonna
doesn't have any money.
Cool.
bye. But first, you have to sign our wall.
Oh.
But first,
goodbye
paga me
to
like
them.
25K to sign it.
The spot was brought to you by Feiruz.